For years, I would spend 2 hours a day, 6 days a week in the gym, just wasting my time, and this is what I looked like. Now, imagine spending half the time and getting even more results, 3 times, 4 times the results. See, you can be lazy and still get great results with fitness. So, in this video, I'm gonna explain the easy way to build muscle, lose fat as fast as possible while spending less time following an easy step by step process. Here's the truth that most people don't understand. See, most guys will just scroll on TikTok, look up different workouts, waste time doing junk volume, and not training with a structured, tailored program that fits their body type, that fits their lifestyle. Even if you're a busy guy, it can work. You can actually use being busy as an advantage by spending less time, because it's not about just spending this additional time in the gym. It's about spending quality and putting effort into each and every single set and exercise. You don't need to be doing 20 sets every single workout. You can just do 6 to 8 exercises, 10, 12 sets, do 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week. So really all you need is 3 to 5 hours a week. And if you're being honest with yourself, you know you have that. Now let me break down 2 different workout splits that could work very well if you have a busy schedule. So first one is just going to be a 3-day split doing push-pull legs. The reason why this works so well is because you're splitting up each muscle group. The push muscles, chest, shoulders, triceps, they really work well together. You know, you can do full body, and that works really well for some people. Personally, in my experience, I like having a dedicated day for my legs. I want to put in quality effort into each and every single muscle group, and that's really what gets you the best results: training to failure and progressively overloading. Push pull legs works very well. You hit the most important muscle groups, which is going to be your upper chest, shoulders, lats. This is what really gives you that aesthetic body. It's having the physique that's like Captain America, Henry Cavill, guys like David Lade. They don't have ridiculously massive amounts of muscle. The reason why they look so good is because of 2 things. They're at a very low body fat and they're very, very strong. Getting strong on the key lifts: incline bench for the upper chest, dips for triceps and lower chest, weighted pull-ups or just pull-ups, lat pull-downs for the lats, and T-bar rows or barbell rows for upper back, rear delts, squats or pendulum squats or hack squats for quads, RDLs for hamstrings. These are the main compound movements that are really going to build you this crazy physique. If you focus on that and you just get strong, that's really all you need to worry about. And spend the rest of your time doing isolation exercises, things for triceps, tricep extensions, bicep curls, incline curls. And you only need 2, 3 sets, and it'll only take like 45 minutes, an hour. This is how you can cut down your time in the gym and actually get way better results without looking up for another tutorial on TikTok and finding some crazy optimal exercise. Because the truth is, the basics is really what's going to get you the most results. You know, you want to have great exercise selection, you want to have great intensity, great time under tension, great mind muscle connection, great form, but you don't need some insanely complicated science based lifting split that's going to take 2 hours in the gym. Now, the other way is going 5 days a week. So if you have a bit more time, you can do this. And 5 days a week will work a little better only because you're hitting the muscle group multiple times throughout the week. What truly matters is frequency. Okay? If you can hit your chest twice a week, it's going to grow more than just once a week. That's what the studies have shown. It's not about doing all this volume in just one session. It's about doing quality volume spread apart throughout the week in different sessions. But the reason why I looked so bad training 6 days a week, burning a lot of calories, but I still had this big stomach and soft love handles and face was fat. I didn't have any definition because of my diet, because of my nutrition. Staying up late, snacking, watching TV, just eating bullshit, getting addicted to food and binge eating and the quick dopamine hit, instead of actually just eating high quality, nutrient dense foods that's going to boost my testosterone, give me amazing energy throughout the day so I can get more work done. When I structured my diet like that, focusing on foods like ground beef, eggs, majority at the time, you know, fruit too, because carbs are really important for training performance. I got way more results. But the key thing is the calorie deficit. Like, yes, eating healthy is important, but you really need to make sure you're in a calorie deficit. So for me, instead of just binge eating, what I had to do to actually get the muscle definition, the lean aesthetic physique, was making sure I was in a calorie deficit, about a 500 calorie deficit, losing 1 to 2 pounds per week, and just staying consistent with that. And after a couple weeks, month by month, I noticed the changes. I took progress pics. that's when I started to get the physique I really, really wanted. People will be like, "Whoa, have you been working out more? Have you been doing more?" No, 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 no. I've actually been doing less, but just cleaning up my nutrition and having the right balance. Now, I didn't cut out my favorite foods. I would still go out to eat fast food. I just structured it properly because I knew, oh, all I have to do is stay in the 500 calorie deficit. But of course, 90% of the time, I was eating clean because I feel better. Like, yes, sure, you can eat McDonald's and lose weight, but you're gonna feel really hungry. You're gonna have brain fog. You're gonna have more cravings. So the key strategy is focusing on your protein intake and your fiber intake so you get less cravings. 200 grams of protein, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Fiber, I do like 40, 50 grams. Having lots of fruits and vegetables. It's also very good for your gut and your digestion. You do that because it feels better. It comes down to the simple things. Recovering better, not doing this unnecessary bullshit. Lowering your cortisol, your stress. That's exactly what my client Nick did. See, he was only training a couple times a week in the gym and he lost 40 pounds in 4 months because he focused on what actually matters, his nutrition and his training. And he would do cardio here and there for fun, but he didn't even really need to do it that much just because he was so locked in with his nutrition. And he would still eat pizza. He was in a fraternity drinking multiple times with his boys, you know? And he could do that because he knew the calorie target he had to hit. He knew the macros specific to his body type. So you need to prioritize your nutrition. So let's be real. What sucks more? What is more risky? Doing what you're doing now, not having any structured routine, just letting life go by, not liking what you see, not having confidence in your physique. I don't know about you, but I would rather just take a couple 45 minutes a couple times a week so I can have endless energy, confidence, and amazing health. Also better relationships as well with everyone. A lot of guys are too comfortable. They're too comfortable with routine and it doesn't piss them off enough. You get too satisfied with where you're at, but you need to be honest. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, what the fuck is gonna happen if another 5 months goes by and you're still stuck in the same position? Okay, you gotta change something. You gotta be smart with your decisions. You have the time. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, and doing it a little bit. Okay, don't get stuck in this all or nothing mindset. You can tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym for 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And then guess what? You're gonna show up and you're gonna wanna stay a little longer because it feels good. Once you hit a PR, once you see that progress, your bench press goes up a little bit, you see the changes in the mirror, you're sticking with it and you're actually trying your hardest. It's an easy process, but it's hard showing up after a long shift when you don't have energy, when you feel like you just want to lay on the couch. But guess what? The guys who are successful, the guys who have a six pack and love the way they look, they do it no matter what. They do it on the days where they don't feel motivated. They do it on the days where they maybe didn't get 8 hours of sleep, but they still do it anyways because they know how important it is to sacrifice 45 minutes just for all the benefits of and just how their life can change from having this structured routine. So if you need more help with having a tailored routine, fast tracking your progress, then apply in the first link down below for one-on-one coaching. I appreciate the support, boys. Hopefully you found some value. Like, subscribe, peace.